Hey guys, this is just a Carter here. Welcome back to another video, or welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the history of the Chevy Nova. So before we start the video, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Following the somewhat failure of the Chevy Corvair, which is an interesting car worth making a video on, Chevy needed a new competitor to the Ford Falcon, which is also worth making a video on. Chevy needed a competitor to the Ford Falcon which would actually sell well this time. This type was ripe for conventional contemporary designs, which would be a departure from the innovation of the Corvair. Claire McKesson, I think I pronounced it right, was contracted to make a car that would soon change the world of muscle cars. From economy car to high-octane muscle car and back to an economy car. How did the history of the Nova change along with the changing times? Watch along to know its fascinating history. Okay, the first generation from 1962 to 1965. The Nova made its debut in 1962 as a compact car. Initially available as a sub-model within the Chevy 2 lineup, it gained popularity quickly. The first generation Nova featured a unibody construction, which is pretty innovative for the time, believe it or not, and a range of engine options including an inline 6 and various V8 choices. The most potent engine during this area was the optional 283 cubic inch V8. There are three body styles, a two-door coupe, a four-door sedan, a two-door convertible, and a four-door wagon. It also had a few other engine options such as a 194 cubic inch inline 6, which made a decent 120 horsepower with 190 pound-feet of torque. The 283 cubic inch V8 produced about 170 horsepower, but the torque could be increased to above 220 horsepower. It made its power at a really fine 230 to 295 pound-feet of torque. These are some of the wagons that I was talking about. And here's a commercial for it, which states a couple of things about it. Fun fact, this commercial is in French. Actually, this is the first time I noticed that. Anyways, this generation was, as I said previously, also on the Chevy 2. And this wagon actually looks really good. I don't know what makes it look so good. Maybe it's the black and the special like wheels and the grill. Ignore the thought in the background. Anyways, also if you could throw a supercharger on it, that would be really cool. I think a great idea of a mod on this would be a gasser of some sorts, but I will talk about that later on. This was quite successful, at least more successful than the Corvair, and continued on up till 1965, where Chevy needed to be replaced with the 1966 Nova. The Nova underwent a redesign for its second generation, adopting a more squared-off and muscular appearance. It was again offered in various body styles, such as a coupe, which is my favorite, a sedan, and a wagon. This car became a great land barge, which was also very wide, with a truck huge enough to store a body or two. This is the coupe I was talking about, and doesn't it just look great? Yeah, I think it looks really good. Anyways, I'll continue on. Engine options expanded with the introduction of the powerful SS, which stood for Schutz. No, never mind, I'll not make that joke. Super Sport packages, yeah. Anyways, it featured the potent 327 cubic inch V8. The second generation dropped the Chevy 2 name and it now became the Nova. The body styles remained largely the same as I told you guys, with the normal two-door coupe, that four-door sedan, and a two-door convertible and a four-door wagon. It also had a 250 cubic inch V8, which was other than the SS, which made a pretty good 235 pound-feet of torque. The SS produced close to 400 horsepower, or about 415 horsepower, which from a 375 cubic inch V8. There are of course again numerous inline 6 and V8 options. These cars also sported the customary 3-speed manual, which was not very good, or a 4-speed manual, which was slightly but still not really good, which was better but still not really good, as I said. However, the worst of them all, I think, the worst of them all sorry guys, was a automatic transmission back in the 60s and 70s, and also the 80s, and also the 90s, a large part of the 90s actually. Automatic transmissions were not good. They were really bad. Anyways, it was a two-speed automatic. Yeah, can you imagine just first gear going fully up, and then you get second gear. But these cars had lots of power. Don't get me wrong, 400 horsepower was a lot, but that was the top trim option. So I guess maybe for fuel efficiency, but they weren't really fuel efficient. Or luxury, I don't know why you would want a luxury in, which was still quite a budget car back then. Still, I don't know. Anyways, another fun fact: this is my favorite generation of the Chevy Nova. I have three generations of the Chevy Nova in the Hot Wheels form, right? And I think this is the best looking generation, at least. If not anything, if I can, I will put up a picture of them, but I probably don't think I can because I'm already running out of space and memory. As I was saying, now we have the third generation. So this car sold in 1968, where we get this redesign of the 1968 Nova. We'll see that later on, but yeah, now we got the third generation Nova. Entering the late 60s, the Nova embraced a far more aggressive design. This is by far the most popular Chevy Nova till date, and also the most expensive now. You will get what I mean. Right now, all muscle cars are really expensive, and hell, they were expensive even before now, I think. The Firebirds, GTOs, etc. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so over these years, the third generation saw the introduction of the high-performance Nova SS 396 engine. Wow, that was pretty good. Yeah, it was a big block V8. Over the years, engine options did diversify, ranging from economical 6 cylinders to, as I was saying, this powerful V8, meeting diverse consumer preferences. Ford at this time also released a competitor to the Nova, the Maverick. To know more about the Maverick, watch my video, The History of the Ford Maverick. Anyways, the two most powerful engine options at this time were 307 cubic inch V8 producing 200 horsepower at a very nice 300 pound-feet of torque, or a 350 cubic inch V8 producing 425 horsepower at 450 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, the SS396 was also an option. I'll remind that. I think this was SS396. Someone correct me if I did say that correctly. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, the body styles were largely similar, though there was the introduction of a hatchback variant this time, or fastback. There was a two-door coupe, a four-door wagon, a four-door sedan, as you guys will see right now here, and yeah, as I was saying, the fastback hatchback variation. Yeah, surprisingly no convertible. I think there was no convertible at least. The transmission options included a 3-speed manual as usual, a 4-speed manual, the very abomination of a 2-speed automatic, joined by a no lesser abomination of a 3-speed automatic. Second fun fact, this is my second most favorite generation of the Chevy Nova. I'm trying to fill in these spots because I did not write much of a script. I'm kidding, I wrote it. Anyways, yeah, as I was saying, this car continued soldiering from 1968 to 1974, where it was again discontinued in favor of more fuel efficient options. So, before we actually get to the 75 Nova, we need to talk about something big which happened. 73 oil crisis hit, and as per OPEC, America could not get as much fuel as it wanted. So gas was now rationed, which made big thirsty V8s like this awesome picture of this Nova and this awesome picture of the other Nova. These are really cool Novas. Anyways, yeah, a big no-no. Initially, in 1972, more stringent catalytic converters were made mandatory, as these were big carbureted engines without fuel injection and other advanced gadgets. They nerfed the power of these vehicles. Yeah, a lot. Amidst all this, though, the Nova had to keep changing. So, in 1975, we got this. The smaller, more fuel-efficient version, though, still pretty good at styling. I like this boxy one. I think that would be a pretty good rest mode. Anyways, smaller, more fuel-efficient, the fourth generation featured a host of inline 4 and inline 6 engines. This era marked a shift towards economy rather than raw performance. Yeah, so that happened. And another fun fact, these cars were actually, he made a lot police cars, lots of police cars, as these were pretty good versatile vehicles at that time. Anyways, so now the most powerful engine It's worth 250 cubic inch headlight 6, producing a measly 90 horsepower at around 185 pound-feet of torque. You know what? Gotta love those American engines. Producing like 2 horsepower with enough torque to move the world around. Anyways, slightly more powerful was a 305 cubic inch V8 engine, produces slightly more respectable but still muted 145 to 155 horsepower with around 240 to 270 plus pound-feet of torque. Nova was produced in this slightly muted state for 4 years, but it was finally discontinued in 1979 due to shifting in consumer demands from sports cars, muscle cars also, to boring fuel-efficient hatchbacks. The body styles included the same 2-door coupe, 4-door sedan, 3-door hatchback, 5-door wagon, and as you can't hear probably in the back there, dogs barking. That rhymed. Anyways, with the usual assortment of 3 and 4-speed manual and automatic transmissions. This Nova, although as I said, looks great in my opinion, and I can imagine a great restaurant on this car. But more on those opinions later as I continue saying. Yeah, I talk about build options with all of the generations of the Nova. If you guys, I think you guys know. Anyways, after 1979, we get this. What is this? What the hell is this? In 1985, after a brief hiatus, Nova returned in the mid-80s. However, it was now a revamped version of the front-wheel drive Toyota Sprinter. Though not the far haha Corolla goes sideways, but the safest, most fuel-efficient choice. God were the muscle car lights with the Coke bottle body of the 1970s, but now they were replaced by the box lights of the Corolla. This reflected a joint venture between General Motors and Toyota. This generation was slightly and significantly different, and by slightly more different, I mean in that it only shared the Chevy Nova name, and by significantly different, I mean that it had none of the fun things that made it a Chevy Nova. It had a 1.6 liter inline 4 engine producing 74 horsepower with 84 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, and about the other 1.8 liter engine producing generation of the Corolla, sorry, the Nova Sova, that I'm going to be using the same video for it over and over again. Right. So in 1989 it became a revamped Geo Prism. Yeah, after that 88 they didn't consider it worthwhile. So yeah, bye bye. See you, Tata. Thank you. Right, now we are going to be talking about fun cars. Throughout its various generations, however, the Chevrolet Nova has evolved to meet changing automotive trends through a compact performance, cutthroat, economical, and practical options which everybody hates. I have nothing to add of interest to the economical Chevy Novas. After the Ford Gen, all of them were bad. Anyways, however, each era brought a unique design elements and engine choices which contributed to Nova's enduring legacy in automotive history. So guys, that was the video. Now we will be talking about the builds which I would like to do with the Nova. Firstly, I can imagine the 1963 Nova being a great gasser build with an LT5 engine swap, a slab 1966 Nova like this one, with an LS well done airbrushed flame paint job and an LS6 Corvette engine with a side exhaust. Its exhaust will be my daily muscle car if I ever had one. Honestly, this is such a cool car. As I was saying, the 1975 Nova 2-door with a Hellcat V8 would be really good. Anyways, the 1974 classic favorite of everyone, Nova, would be a pretty good supercharged Coyote engine swap, which would be a great idea for a unique muscle car. Also, I like to create chaos between the two communities. That would be really good as well. As I was saying about the 1975 though, it would be a great restive out of the Hellcat V8. No matter what build, I am sure that all the Novas except the last two will be honored within the car community and remembered for generations. Bye guys, that was the video. Thank you. See you next time.